Hey there, guys. Welcome to Auction Outlaws. This is the breakdown for Unit 5. For Unit 5, that was kind of a small unit. We found mostly just some military stuff, some gaming stuff, tools. Yeah, most of the things in the unit was just like hand tools that weren't in the greatest shape. But we got the unit for hardly anything. I think we paid 120 for the unit, and military stuff is highly collectible. You find those Alice packs and some older stuff, and I mean, making 120 back is nothing. Um, at this point in time, we are up to $888 in sales already for that unit. So, I mean, we made our money back and then some pretty easily. Um, that unit took like maybe an hour to clean out. If you saw it, there wasn't a whole lot in it. We kept a few items out of it, trying to fix them up and everything, but it was a nice, easy unit. Whenever you're starting out doing this, it's all over the place. That's one thing I've been learning the hard way is trying to jump into the big units too soon can be rough. If you don't have the storage space, it takes up all your space real quick. Plus, for me, I don't have a very big vehicle yet. We just got a big unit, a little over an hour away. But everything in the unit was just absolutely massive, so it took like 7 trips back and forth. And when you're going an hour one way, I mean that stuff adds up quick, especially with gas prices these days. So trying to be prepared is definitely a key thing. We've been struggling trying to get this whole YouTube thing figured out. If you've watched any of our videos, I'm sure you saw our first video. The camera was just up and down and all over the place. The second one wasn't too bad as far as the camera goes, but then we had like just random people coming up and talking to us while we were trying to film. And it was a small unit, so it was a short, rushed video. Plus, it was getting ready to storm while we were trying to film it. And then the third one went pretty well. I think it was the first like 10 minutes of it. We accidentally filmed it in portrait mode instead of landscape. And then the rest of the video was filmed in landscape. And then Unit 4, it was super windy, so the sound quality wasn't that good. So, I mean, it's a learning process, everything about this is a learning process, but it's so much fun. You never know what you're going to find in the units. It's all about the treasure hunt, and that's what we're trying to do. And for us, it's not that treasure hunt in the sense of we're trying to go out and find $1 million. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I find $1 million, I'll be pretty stoked, but it's just about the fun of it, like you can go and spend $1,000 on a unit and dig through 30 boxes of garbage and find one little box that fits in the palm of your hand that can have something in it that's worth twice what you paid for the unit. Or you can lose all your money, or triple your money, quadruple your money. It's interesting trying to learn everything about the units and maybe get a little bit of a feel for the old owner, the type of stuff that they used to like, putting a story with everything. I don't want to spoil too much, but the next couple of videos that we got coming out are pretty exciting. One of them was just, your regular household stuff, but we ended up finding a very interesting find that was, some quick, easy money. And it was nice. And it was one of those situations where it was in like a garbage box, and we were like, we'll check this and then come back and show you if we find anything. And boy, did we find something. So that'll be coming up next week, actually. That'll be our next video. And then we had a unit that was just complete junk. I think we threw away almost every single item in the video. Or in the unit, I mean. Except for a couple items. There was... without giving away too much, let's just say there was some old vintage stuff in there that I haven't even had time to look up yet to see what it's valued. but some of it was made in like countries that don't exist anymore. So usually stuff like that holds a little bit more of a value to it, collectibles. And then the other items that we found are very small items, but also, at least going to be enough to make up the money for the unit. I haven't really checked everything to see, again, what the total value is. And for us, like, yeah, obviously we're doing this for money, but at the same time, like I said, it's more about the treasure hunt. Like, our 7th unit that we did, I honestly haven't looked through any of the items to even see if we can make a profit or make our money back yet. I'm pretty sure we're going to, but I just, went unit 7 and 8 we got at the same time. Unit 7 was quick and easy to clean out. Unit 8, it took us a week to clean it out. It was just insane. And the storage facility for that was indoors, but the hallways were really, really narrow, and the stuff in the unit was huge. There was no lighting inside the unit. So we started doing the filming inside, and then we were just like, this isn't going to work. You take 2 items out, and then you have nowhere to move, and the lighting's absolutely horrible. The space is horrible. I mean, in that situation, the sound quality was probably the only thing that was good. And it just didn't work very well. So we haven't even finished filming that unit yet. We dragged everything out of the unit, got it all back home, and like I said, it's really big stuff. So we're gonna go back through and film that later, probably tomorrow, and show everything. And it's big stuff, but it's extremely interesting stuff, especially if the items in the unit are your type of thing. And they have a very particular collectors group out there for it. So to some people, that entire unit probably would be just junk. But to other people, that unit is a treasure trove. So it's going to be a very interesting one. And that's going to be one of those ones that if we manage to find buyers for the stuff that we found, we're going to make well over 10 times what we put into the unit. However, if we don't, it's one of them situations where like half the unit was like a very particular collector's market. The other half of the unit was just very high end, normal stuff, collectibles, Funko Pops, Barbies, purses, jerseys, stuff like that, But we're just trying to enjoy the ride, learn everything that we can. Obviously, we're trying to improve the quality of everything. I know these breakdowns aren't really taking much traction right now. We're still pretty early on, but I want to make them anyway and just let people know, maybe we'll start to get a following and people can come back and watch these. Because it is explaining the learning process, and that's all we're doing. We're trying to be completely open with everything, and anybody that's following us at this point, they're going to be just following along, learning right with us. We're going to hopefully keep improving on our equipment, our videos. Hopefully we'll start to get some interaction with some fans or followers or whatever, But the thing is, we just want to keep doing this, making videos, and showing other people the hunt, because some people, I can't even tell you how many people I've talked to that are like, God, I would love to go and do that and, get into the storage hunting, but they just don't have the time or the resources or, all kinds of different reasons for different people. But this is our way of being able to extend that to those people, and you can sit down and watch the videos along with us. But yeah, we got a lot of changes coming up. We got a new camera, so hopefully the quality of the videos will start getting a lot better. We got some mics and everything, so hopefully the quality of the sound will also improve. The guy doing our editing, he's been working pretty good on learning all that stuff. So, hopefully the whole process will start to come together, and we can just keep getting units and putting them out for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to that and what it brings over, the next couple of months. And I think the next couple of months will really tell a lot for us. Me personally, I have a tiny little car, which just isn't going to cut it with me trying to do this all the time. So I've been basically just trying to sell everything, and all the sales that I get from units, I'm just putting back, and then I'm going to put it right back into getting a big vehicle, so then I can, get into doing this a little bit better and actually fit stuff in my vehicle, or without having to, borrow or rent or anything like that. But yeah, just continuing learning as far as the sales go, as far as the units, and it's just one of those things that you're constantly learning. And I know the first couple of videos that we made was pretty much just like, this is what we found, it's vintage, 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 new in box, junk, like, boring, no personality. So we're going to start to just be ourselves and have a little bit more fun in the videos going forward. So, we're just hoping that people start watching and enjoying it, and enjoy going along on it with us. And like I said, get some communication going, hearing from people. We're always open for any type of feedback, good or bad. And again, we just want to enjoy it, and hopefully other people get to enjoy it with us. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But yeah, look forward to the next few videos. And if you like what we do and want to see more content coming, just, drop a comment, like, subscribe. All that stuff really helps, get the video out to more people. And like I said, we do want to get to a point where we can start doing a lot more videos, more units, stuff like that. And the more people that we have that watch, the more it'll tell us, that this is something that we should keep investing some time into. So I hope everybody out there is doing well. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.